The Rick and Morty fandom is at it again. Oh boy. So this is really fun for me because while I myself do really love Rick and Morty, I've cosplayed from the show. I've painted myself blue for Unity no less than 3 times. I've read the comics. I watch a lot of film reviews and fan theory videos about the show when it's not airing. And I have drawn fan art. You know, I really do like this show. I think it's really smart. I think the characters are great. I think the writing is great. But that's not what this video is about. This video is not about how much I like this show. Oh no. This video is about how the Rick and Morty fandom reacted when McDonald's did not have enough of the promotional dipping sauce that was referenced in Season 3, Episode 1. This dipping sauce was released in 1998 for the premiere of the Mulan movie, and it was a limited edition, and it was a one-off joke in the series, and now it is a meme, and McDonald's attempted to make a profit off of this meme, and oh boy was that a mistake. So, without further ado, I introduce to you Rick and Morty fans reacting to the news that there is no more Szechuan sauce.
Wait, you guys have no Szechuan sauce? No. I want Szechuan sauce! Where's my Szechuan sauce? I'm Pickle Rick! My beloved Dum Dum! I'm Pickle Rick! 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 I'm Pickle Rick! 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 We want the sauce! We want the sauce! We want the sauce! We want it! We want sauce! We want sauce! Give us sauce! Give us sauce! Give us sauce! Give us sauce! Szechuan sauce!
Give us the sauce!
8 hours, man!
Safety, guys, and your safety is not worth a thing of sauce. I promise.
Truly enlightening, am I fucking right? I don't know what to say. It's just amazing to watch the way these people reacted. I think my favorite one is probably the kid at the start of the clips, the one who rolls around on the floor and then Inuyasha runs out of the store. That one I'm not convinced is real. I think he's just a troll, and I kind of think he's just fucking with people. That doesn't make him any less of a raging asshole, though, by the way, because, you know, that was still a customer service person who had to deal with his bullshit. That was still someone who had to put up with him jumping on the counter and screaming in the store and being disruptive when it's already a day in which there are a bunch of angry, disappointed customers. I've worked customer service. A day like that is the most demoralizing, shitty thing. The last thing you need is some fucking 14-year-old kid who thinks he's funny jumping up and down on your counter. It's ridiculous, it's childish, it's terrible. I don't care if it was sincere or not. That being said, it's not nearly as bad as the mobs who stood and chanted, or the people who stood outside the buildings with signs screaming. There were some locations where police were called to the locations because the mob was so unruly that the staff were concerned, and the police had to try and disperse the mobs of angered Rick and Morty fans in pursuit of Szechuan sauce. The amount of just energy and outrage that these people had about some dipping sauce just blew me away, and I think it's so funny because I've had to put up with a lot of bullshit from the Rick and Morty fandom. I made the mistake of making a post about it on Tumblr, and I almost never post on Tumblr, but I did so on a whim, and then I decided, oh, maybe I'll share it and see if people on my Facebook have anything interesting to contribute. Some of them did, the Rick and Morty fandom did not, and they just left a whole bunch of incredibly shitty comments, most of which missed the point of the show while they tried to tell me what the point of the show was, and it was just really entertaining. But it's kind of also a little bit cathartic for me to see all these people now acting like the children they are. Because the embarrassing thing is not all the people in these videos are 14-year-old children. Some of these are clearly adults, grown-ass human beings with jobs and bills to pay who are standing in McDonald's screaming about dipping sauce. I don't know what to say to these kinds of things because it's just something you can't make up. You know, this is the kind of thing that someone tells you and you're just like, oh, sure, I bet that happened. But here it is. Here it fucking is. And it's more ridiculous than you could ever imagine because, again, these people are freaking out over dipping sauce. Dipping sauce referenced in a cartoon. They're angry. They didn't get the sauce from their favorite cartoon, so they jump on counters and chant and scream and hold signs. Will the oppression of the cis white male ever end? This is just... it's kind of beautiful to watch. It really is. I just honestly love seeing these people who pride themselves as being so intelligent and so rational and as identifying with this character who's just above it all, being so utterly childish and without just the tiniest scrap of dignity. Like, it's just incredible. The whole thing is a treat to watch, and there are many, many more. The only thing that makes me angry about it really is the customer service people that had to put up with this bullshit. It cannot have been easy to have had to go to work that day and deal with the worst fan base. And that's what Rick and Morty really is. It is the worst fan base. It's largely a bunch of people that think that they're better than everyone and mostly make smarmy posts about how they were Rick and everyone else is Jerry's, while they proceed to entirely miss the point of Rick's character and the fact that you're not supposed to want to be a Rick in the first place, just like you're not supposed to actually care about the Szechuan sauce, because the Szechuan sauce is not important. Like everything else, the Szechuan sauce does not exist on purpose. The Szechuan sauce does not belong anywhere. The Szechuan sauce does not matter. Just go watch TV. I had to add a little bit at the end there. I couldn't say the Szechuan sauce dies because it's sauce and it can't really die. Although, I guess, you know, since there's infinite realities in Rick and Morty, there probably is a version where the Szechuan sauce is sentient. Sentient Szechuan sauce. Say that 3 times fast.